First, welcome back to the channel. Here is a great drill that you can use indoors, especially at this time of year where we're not getting a lot of golf in, and also practice can be a little bit unproductive. So this is a feeling that transformed the way I strike the golf ball, and it was a feeling of creating a fade. One thing we always see with a lot of golfers where they struggle with their impact position, if you think about the location of your left shoulder at address compared to your left shoulder at impact, one thing we do see with a lot of golfers that don't get their hips open off the impact, the chest stays in a closed position, your weight stays into your right side. As we get into this position, left shoulder goes up too quickly, right foot stays on the ground, and then we get an impact position where the grip end of the club is pointing towards your right hip, club head overtakes the hands, and we don't get enough pressure moving into left foot early enough. So one thing that you want to work on that's going to give you a little bit more clarity to what you're doing is think about the location of your left shoulder. Many people that struggle with their impact position is left shoulder starts to work up too quickly in the downswing, and the space in between the knees, there's a big gap. So we want to feel from there that the left shoulder and left hip don't go up towards the sky. That's going to keep my weight into my right side. A great feeling that's going to help eradicate that is think of a fade feeling. And what does that feel like? When we get to the top of the backswing, where many golfers struggle is left hip goes up, left shoulder goes up, club head gets stuck behind the hands, and that's where everything flips through impact. Ball goes left. We swing to the top, we want to keep left shoulder down. Then as we swing through impact, I want to feel like my lower body starts to work out the way to the left hand side. So the club face is going to be pointing towards my target line. You're going to swing to the top, and then as you come through impact, you really feel like you're kind of pushing your left hip back into your left heel. So you're moving your weight into your left side. There's going to be that lateral shift. You're going to feel like you push your left hip back into your left heel. So left hip back into left heel, left hip back into left heel. That's automatically going to allow the left side of my pelvis to start clearing out of the way. And when I do that, that's automatically going to keep my left shoulder down. The left hip feels like it pushes back into my left heel. That's going to open up my lower body first. It's going to move my pressure into my left side, and that's going to keep my left shoulder down. So if you think about address compared to left shoulder impact, your left shoulder is going to move down and forwards, a little bit longer into the downswing. That's going to get the hands ahead, and then through impact, that left shoulder is going to move up and back. But you have to blend the correct sequence of the left shoulder in the downswing that's going to help you create ball turf contact that everyone wants to achieve. We don't want the left shoulder working up and back too quickly. We're spinning off our right foot stays on the ground, and everything follows behind the golf ball. Think about the opposite, then left shoulder working up and back too early. Hip starts to push back into my left heel. So left hip back into left heel. You're going to push your left hip back into your left heel. Automatically that's going to get the hands to come down a little bit more in front of the chest. So left hip back into left heel. And then my chest is going to feel like it opens up a little bit more and falls through. So it's blending the two movements correctly. A lot of golfers that get too steep, they spin the chest open from the top with their weight not moving forward enough too early. We want to get the weight moving forward, then get the chest a little bit more open at impact. The feeling of trying to cover the golf ball with your chest a little bit more, left hip and left shoulder stay down, is going to try and get the hands to work a little bit more lower and left through impact, which is going to get the hands above head, which is going to help us de-loft our irons come into impact and create ball turf contact that everyone wants to achieve. To summarise that in the easiest possible way, from the top of the backswing, we don't want the left shoulder and left hip going up too quickly, club head gets stuck behind your hands. Our pressure to move into our left side. When I finish the backswing, I've already started to move my weight into the left side. My left leg will feel really heavy, that's your lateral shift. Left hip's going to rotate into left heel. That's going to feel like my lower body opens up to left shoulder, staying down, and then your left shoulder is going to move forwards. Get your chest over the middle of your pelvis, and then that's going to enable you to create ball turf contact. So if you're struggling with your impact position, low point falling behind the golf ball, Think about your left shoulders not moving up and back by the time the club head hits the ground. At impact, we want the left shoulder to move down and forwards, and the left hip is going to rotate into the left heel. That's going to get the body a little bit more open. It's going to allow the grip end of the club to work a little bit low and left and up and back through impact. So if you've got any thoughts or any questions regarding that video, please feel free to comment below with anything you'd like to see on my channel in future weeks. If you want to invest in your game over the next few months, I've got a series of in-person and online lesson packages in circulation at this moment in time via the Skillist online coaching platform. For more information, please feel free to get in touch and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.